We are back at it, and I think that everybody's excited in our little world of men's basketball. Official practice begins Friday, and it won't be too long before games will be here. We've sold more tickets than any time in the history of San Diego State, and I think that's the byproduct of 34-3. And yet we have 6 guys that are now with this team that were part of 34-3. So when people have asked me, how are you going to be? My stock answer has it and will continue to be, I'm a little nervous, yet very excited. We'll have 9 players that will suit up, that will be able to play. 2 that are sitting out that we wish could play. We'll play hard, and we'll have to have people step up and assume bigger roles and do more than maybe they have been asked to do in the past, which is also exciting too. Chase Tapley and James Rayhan are starters, even though Rayhan didn't start a lot for us. Saw glimpses of Jamal Franklin. So I'm anxious to see how all the pieces will fit. It's unlike a year ago when I came in here and said, I know we're going to be good. How good, I'm not sure, but I know we're going to be good. This year, I'm very anxious to see how we will respond, who will step up, and what we will be on November 2nd, our first exhibition game, and I think November 11th, our first game for real. But I think it's a fun time to be an Aztec. It's a fun time to be part of San Diego State athletics, and in particular for us, San Diego State men's basketball. So we are looking forward to a fun season, and we will continue to need the show, the crowd, to be as big a part, and maybe even more so than what they've been in the past, to help this team be successful. So I'll entertain any questions that anybody might have.
Coach, have you found a captain yet?
Have I found a captain yet?
Yeah, like last year was DJ. We knew it.
I'm trying to find a guy who can bring the ball up the floor. What are you talking about, find a captain yet? As we speak, I'm the captain. So, but I think I might have said, no, I think I said DJ last year was the captain. We will find out who asserts themselves, and whether you walk out at midcourt before the jump ball with the officials is not nearly as significant as how you bring your A game every day to practice, and I think that will show and as we move forward. I got my own thoughts, but I just soon hold those right now.
Will it be your decision or the players' vote?
The captain will probably be my decision, to be honest with you. Probably will vote, but then I'll count the votes, so it'll probably be my decision.
See, how do you see the conference this year?
I think and I only know our team. I don't know all these other teams, the intricacies and ins and outs, but I would have to think that most people will say New Mexico, Vegas, Vegas, New Mexico, and we would probably be coming in third if you were to say, who do I think you folks will pick? That probably will be what will happen, but who knows?
Coach, can we expect a faster tempo this year from the team since you had a small this year?
I think we've always, since I've been here, we've tried to run what you have to be able to do in order to run is stop the other team from scoring, which we did a great job of a year ago, which means closure by rebounding. So if we're smaller, we're going to say, will we be able to rebound the ball to run? We've always tried to get shots out of the flow, out of transition, and so we would like to be able to run the score as much as we possibly could and not have to grind it out in a half-court set, even if our field this year might be more guard-oriented than inside-oriented. We would like to do it out of transition as much as possible. And yet in our league against good teams, they don't give you doesn't matter how good the running team you are, most teams are able to take away heavy-duty scoring off of the break. So we're going to have to be able to score in the half court some too. But we will probably be more guard-oriented than you've seen in the past few years, based on who we've got returning.
Coach, you just filled your schedule. How do you like your non-conference schedule right now? How do you feel about it?
It's very, very challenging. I've said this before, it's the hardest we've played since I've been here. When you look at all the teams, and everybody points out, and I am guilty of that also, you talk about Baylor, who's a top 10 team out of the gate. We play at Baylor. Then we play at Arizona, who could be a top 5 team. We've got Cal and USC from the Pac-12 coming in. Both very good programs. But then you look at Long Beach State, and they will be picked to win the Big West. They've got everybody returning from a team that we had a very difficult time with last year. We go to Santa Barbara, who we always have great games with. We have Creighton coming in here, and they are probably the favorite to win the Missouri Valley. So it's a good schedule. It's a very good schedule. We need to make sure that we are ready to go, and I'm glad that we start our first 3 regular season games at home. That should be helpful for us. Allow us to get our sea legs with new players, and we have 3 games at home that we have to find ways to be successful in.
Coach, you talk about those home games early. You actually only leave the state of California twice. Is that a good thing to try and get some of these younger players used to the environment you play at home, or do you miss some of that road bonding early? Well,
we go on the road to Baylor after the first 3. We even though it's not out of California, we go up to Santa Barbara. So we go to Arizona. I think we've got everything that we would need to have ourselves prepared and ready to go. The most important thing to anything else is developing a confidence that you're good. And winning helps that, so if we can win, and that's the key, if we can win. Doesn't matter where you play, whether you're playing here or whether you're playing someplace else. We have to find ways to have some success, and I believe that will allow us to grow in our confidence and then help us with success later on.
Coach, did they give you an official ruling on Poli's year that he wanted to play this year?
We have not heard officially on Dwayne Poli. We have made an appeal. They, I believe, have become a lot more stringent on granting those appeals. So right now we're not planning on Dwayne being able to play, and it would be a huge bonus if he were able to. And when we'll hear on that, I don't know.